Welcome to Subramani. Please press the bell icon. Please subscribe. Subscription is free, right? In many cases, you can like the video, but when you go to subscribe, you have to pay for it. My subscription is free. There is no way how I'm going to make money on these videos, at least not sensible amount of money. So I've kept it free, and it will remain free for the rest of my life, right? So here I am going to talk to you about why people hire advisors. Do you need advisors at all? Now, if you have a nice job which takes only maybe 15 hours in a week, if you work 15-hour weeks, which some people are privileged to work, then you don't need an advisor. You have enough time in the world to do all your household work and find time for managing your money. But let us say you're a sales head in a bank, or you're a sales head in an insurance or a pharma company, then you don't have this luxury of saying, oh, I have so much time. If you're a professor or something, maybe you get time. But if you're a sales head, if you're a manufacturing head, chances of you getting time to do this work, which is investing, is zero. Right? And but of course there is something which you can do. You can go put your money in an index fund. Again, which index should you put in? An India index fund or a world index fund? Should be large cap index, small cap index, flexi cap index? Are such funds available, right? Or today, thanks to taxation, it makes no sense to put only in equity funds. You have to put in balance fund. So given so much of choice, either you take some time off and say, okay, I put into this Sensex fund all my money. I'm able to put away 3 lakhs per month into this Sensex fund, and that's where it will be. So you have decided to take a bet on India. You have decided to put 3 lakhs per month into an India fund. You're not worried too much about the world index and things like that. So you're happy with this. This is a great combination to do. But it is also possible that sometimes you want to ask somebody, should I put in this fund, should I buy this share, should I build an equity portfolio and a mutual fund portfolio, what should I do? Dividends are taxable, so should I concentrate more on mutual funds and less on individual stocks, right? How should I give money to my parents for their day-to-day expenses? So many of these questions you really don't know how to even approach the problem, right? So in such cases, people look for an advisor. Also, I feel when you see an advisor at work, you don't realize the advisor at work. You see some people with very smooth financial life, right? So you think, oh, they're lucky. It's lucky, but it is also possible that somewhere behind some financial advisor is working and saying, look, this money that you have is enough for your education or for your children's education or for your retirement. Don't worry. The market will give you 7% return or 8% return. This mad 35% return which we've got last 2-3 years is not going to sustain. So when you know all that, you are better prepared for a fall in the market, and realizing that in the long run a small tremor in the market will not hurt. So hand holding, helping, all these things are reasons why I think the persons look for an advisor. Morningstar did a research, and Morningstar has come around to 3-4 reasons why people hire an advisor. So they asked people. It's very difficult for financial advisors to go and ask clients, why have you hired me? What made you hire me? Right? So things like that. So people don't ask. However, Morningstar did a survey, and Morningstar says there are many reasons why people look for an advisor, and 4 main things are: first is advice that I can rely upon. The client, the end investor, has to believe that the value is being added, saying this is reliable advice. He is not, or she is not, selling me a product where they're making a lot of money. They are not trying to sell me a ULIP with 60% commission. They are trying to sell me a mutual fund which will of course pay them money, but it pays them as it goes. So if I stay here for 30-40 years, yes, they'll make money for 30-40 years, but they will not make any great amount of money upfront and hurt you, saying, oh, now you want to go, you can go. It makes sense for the advisor's growth to be linked to your growth. So in a mutual fund, that happens. As the value of the size of your assets increase, the advisor gets paid more, right? So definitely then you think, okay, we are both in sync. So as the value of the advice is based on his own knowledge, maybe 10 years, 15 years knowledge, education, training that he has gone, he has undergone, he has given, and all that. So reliable advice is something which people want, and that's obviously that's what they are looking for in their advisor. Second thing they are looking for is helping reaching my financial goals, right? So when somebody has goals, you have to just remind, look, your daughter is 3 years old, you need this money when your daughter is 20 years of age, so you got 17 years, so don't worry about the day-to-day fluctuation. It's not something for you to worry about. You have time, so in this time it will grow, and as and when it grows, you will be able to meet your goals. So whether the market falls 900 points today or 800 points tomorrow, or it goes up by 1100 points, doesn't really matter. You are a buyer of units for the next 16-17 years. You are a buyer of shares for the next 16-17 years. Sorry. So a 1 day fluctuation or a 1 week fluctuation or even a 1 year fluctuation does not really matter in a 17-year investment calendar. We will decide how much to withdraw, when to withdraw, maybe from a age of 17, 18, whatever, that we will decide when it comes to needing the money. Right now, just invest as much as you can. More you invest and longer that it stays, it will do better. If the market has fallen, fantastic, go and put more money into it. It makes sense for somebody with a goal which is 17 years away, right? Helps in understanding the financial markets, right? So you need to understand that there will be some parts of your portfolio which don't grow fast, but that is being kept there for liquidity. You can't complain that your savings bank account is not giving you good return, or that your equity is fluctuating too much, right? Equity's job is to fluctuate, and savings bank account job is to remain steady. You don't want to see your savings bank account interest fluctuate, or the amount fluctuate. You don't, I mean, interest can go up, go down, that's a different thing, but you don't want the value to change, because that is money that you have kept for your access whenever you need it, maybe for an emergency, maybe for spending regularly, whatever, but you have kept it there for that purpose, not for getting a high return. Yes, high return you will get in equities and maybe REITs, real estate, whatever, but definitely savings bank account is not the greatest of ideas for keeping money for growth. So you have to understand, some money will be liquid, some money will be growing, all those advantages. Some money will be fluctuating, some money will not be fluctuating. All these things put together make a portfolio which the financial advisor is supposed to help you. Then keeps me on my mark, right? So keeps you very focused, saying this is the road that I have to take. All roads seem to be leading to the same place, so why can't I do that, why can't I do this? So it is the job of the financial advisor to say, look, these 5 funds in which we have invested is good, I'm not going to add more funds. You don't need to add more funds, just put more money into these 5 funds and that's, life is done, right? So keeping you on your mark, holding your hand during tough times, that is something which a financial advisor is expected to do. He is not doing the client a favor by doing this, he is expected to do. That's what people are telling us, right? Then maintains my maximizes my returns. So this is one thing which they have said, and I don't completely agree with this, because maximizes, let me put it this way, maximizes returns post tax, post inflation over a long period of time. This is the purpose of any kind of investment, whether you are doing it yourself or your financial advisor is helping you do this. So this is important, because in the short term you could lose money. You could lose money in some equity, and if it's really a bubble, then it could fall and not do anything for you, right? So something like a BHEL fell from 325 to just 25, right? So that I would call a bubble, saying this company can do nothing for you, because it's fallen 90% in value and people still don't think it is great value buy, right? So these kind of things happen. It happened to BHEL, of course it came down to 25, then I have seen it at 150 last, but those things happen. When something like this happens, to sit with you, tell a story of what happened and why it happened, whether he understands, doesn't understand, taking that effort is what people are looking for in a financial advisor. Thank you.